Welcome to Anti-Chats and Tarot. It's time for you, Aquarius. Let's get to your message. Thank you to all who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Remember, not everything's going to resonate here. So take what does and leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself and leave the rest. Aquarius, if you're asking yourself the question of you're feeling stuck, there's something about you're feeling stuck. You say to yourself, how am I going to get unstuck? I'm feeling stuck. And looking back on the past, things seemed easier, more fluid, not as deceptive as the current. Something about the current situation is feeling like you can't trust anybody, or you feel like you're being lied to. And I feel like you're saying it never used to be this way, something like that. So if that is your situation and you're an Aquarius, let's get down to business. What's going on here? That's the energy I'm feeling. So maybe some of you are not working with the Eight of Pentacles there in the reverse, or just a feeling, this feeling of not finding your way, not finding your niche, not finding your fit right now. But that's new for you. You used to kind of gel with whatever was going on. It's like goes from the past, something like that, like but in a nagging way, like why has it changed? It used to be so good. Eight of Swords in the reverse, the Chariot, the Ace of Cups in the reverse. You're holding back emotions, or somebody else is holding back emotions, and you're like, this just never used to be. This used to flow nicely. Things used to come to me quickly. You're definitely wanting to get out of the current energy. What do we have for Aquarius? Unhappy, being unhappy. The Sun in the reverse. What's going on with Aquarius right now? The Emperor in the reverse. You're dealing with somebody who, I'm hearing you were dealing with very authentic people. Now, if this is work, just as an example, you switched to another team, but you're dealing with a leader here that abuses their power. Not a leader. They could be a Taurus. Two of Pentacles here. They stay very busy. You're not, but it's busy work, You're not really seeing what they actually produce. They're too busy to train or interact with you or something if this is work related. Nine of Swords. Whatever this is, if it's work related or personal, it really keeps you up at night. This is an energy you just do not gel with. You don't understand. Three of Wands. Where are my the things that you had hoped for, that you had wished for, are not coming in. And it used to be that they would very regularly. Maybe manifestation has been affected here too. What's the advice here for our Aquarius? You're definitely looking back on the past. Six of Cups. Something really lovely in the past. Lots of giving, lots of nurturing, lots of, if this is work related, lots of care, training, making sure that you had support, that you, had the tools that you needed, as opposed to right now, Death in the reverse, stagnant energy. Something has changed in the workplace, I feel. Primarily, this is for people regarding their work situation. It has something to do with this leader, a change of leadership. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. You're definitely feeling like you're missing out on something that was a good mix for you. You gelled very well, a good groove that you were in before, that you wanted to pour into. You don't feel like that now. Let's ask again for advice. What's the advice here? And with regards to this Emperor, this is somebody who holds back emotions. holds back sincerity, holds back opportunities. Yeah, I feel like they're disengaged, like they either don't know what they're doing, or they feel like they're so high up that they don't need to help those that they're actually in charge of. The Ten of Swords, advice is to end it. There needs to be an ending here. It's the Ten of Swords here, Spirit. Justice. To bring about this balance that you had before. An ending needs to take place. What specifically is the ending? Because I feel like you're saying, you know, I need this job, if it's job related. Four of Wands. Is it just coming to terms with it's a job and look elsewhere? You know, this isn't going to manifest what you want emotionally, this position. It has in the past, or another position has. You've taken on a new role. But I don't see in the energy here of the cards that it's changing. I don't see that that's going to ever be an emotional type of satisfaction for you where you are now, in this role, in this new team, with this new supervisor. Four of Cups in the reverse. And you're meant to be seen. The justice, the balance is that you are meant to be seen. High Priestess, you know this. Good instincts. Yeah. This situation is something like black and white here. Something used to really work, then what was out of your control, or maybe you made a move that you thought was going to be a good one, and it turned out to not be. But whatever the circumstances are, it's clear that what was in the past was working for you, and now it's like a black and white situation where it's not working at all. Close these cycles out that aren't working. Bring about your balance here. Ace of Wands. And to follow what inspires you. New growth. Where you can have new growth. Pursue other avenues. You're meant to stand out, be very successful. You're highly ambitious here with the King of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. A balance again. Removing this chaos. Five of Wands in the reverse. This uncomfortable feeling that you feel in this current role. And the Knight of Swords. Again, stagnant energy. Messages are starting to repeat here. Knight of Wands in the reverse and the King of Wands. You are very dynamic, and you need somebody who is leading that is also dynamic and allows you to be just exactly who you are. A lot of good things come out of that. You know, maybe you're terrific in sales, but you need someone to kind of open up the corral and let you go, run free. A bold energy that embraces other bold energy. That's the kind of environment that you work best in. That's the kind of environment that you had in the past. This is kind of an ignoring environment that you're in now. Like I said, you're not getting any training or any kind of guidance, really. And you're definitely not being promoted for things that you are good at that require your boldness. Three of Swords in the reverse. I feel like right now you kind of feel like you're in between worlds, and it's a lackluster feeling at best and disappointment here, trying to recover from maybe a bad decision, or maybe this was, like I said, out of your control, and supervisors just did a reorg on you here, and it's just not working out. This is the energy I saw before we got started, the Seven of Swords. And just this feeling of, now I don't know who to trust. There's just a lot of deceit surrounding me. It never used to be the case. I'd say that the most beneficial pieces that are coming out of this read are, the energy isn't going to change with this particular Emperor in the reverse. So with this particular leader, I don't see them, turning over a new leaf and being very interested in your happiness here, or maybe anybody's on the team. So there is an element of closing this out to regain your balance again. Finding another avenue within the company, or finding a new place of work altogether, maybe. Something to get the energy going again. For our Aquarius. The Hangman. You're thinking about all these things. What to do next, what to do next. I feel like Spirit is saying, look, it's really in your control. There's a whole lot of world out there that you can open up to yourself. A whole lot of new opportunities. Yeah. Don't feel like you're stuck. And that's how we started, a feeling of being stuck. You are completely able to liberate yourself from this. The Devil and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. You're a sharp person, very talented. Don't limit yourself with a situation that looks like it's not going to change and you're unhappy. You are completely capable of liberating yourself from this energy. And you almost feel like cut in two or something. It's just like maybe some sort of feeling of obligation in a way, but then also I want to get out of here. I want to start fresh. I want to start new. And that's part of the locked up energy, or the stagnant energy too, is kind of being like saying both things to yourself. Strength, have the strength to take a leap in another direction. For some of you, you've got good savings, so you can try some of those ideas you've had that would bring about a lot of happiness for you, that maybe you wouldn't make a lot of money at first. Emperor being emphasized in the reverse. You get it twice. I hardly ever see that happen. The Emperor coming out in reverse. This is just, again, signifying this person does not change. This person does not turn into what you have hoped for or hoped they would. To bring about balance, here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Temperance, is going to take your earnest, dig in here on what makes you happy and make that happen. I feel like the cards are saying, this is up to you, your happiness. No longer looking to this other person or this situation to change, but knowing where you need to go to make a difference in your own life. Knowing what decisions you need to make in order to make a difference in your own life. Aquarius, King of Pentacles in the reverse. You're supposed to be the King of Pentacles upright, successful, ambitious, encouraged in your ambition. That's not what's happening here. Yeah. Nine of Cups. Be looking to what it is you want to achieve. What do you want to see this person be like? And then be that for yourself to bring about this change. Or look for that in other scenarios, other work environments. What is the vibe you want to be around? How can you bring this back? I feel like you're kind of losing sight of very key components to what makes you happy, particularly in the work environment. So this is a message of refocusing in on those so you can kind of direct yourself a little bit better, because right now it's just disappointment without direction. Yeah, there's need for change, transformation with the butterfly here. But the cards are saying the power is within you for the change, and it needs to be coming from you. The Strength card, I'm told to emphasize again, your inner strength. And with your charisma, I feel like you can tame anything. Maybe you even think you can tame this double Emperor in the reverse. I feel like that's very significant that we saw that double Emperor in the reverse. I don't think this person, maybe you can charm them, but overall, this person isn't going to change. You may feel like you have a decent relationship with them, but I don't see that changes the outcome of your work environment as a whole. Yeah. Let's grab an oracle for our Aquarius. Set free from past trauma. I think this is more like current trauma. Global connections. Guilt. Yeah, that's that splitting off feeling that you have. Like there's something here where you feel like you are obligated to stay, but you also want to leave. Maybe this company has something to do with global connections, or you have that ability to take off and utilize some great global connections. It's time for a new beginning. Bottom line here. You remember your mind is always very sharp. You're always very talented in wherever you land. So don't worry. Try not to worry. Know that, yeah, you've got the goods to go anywhere and do well. That is your message, Aquarius. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel to grow. And until next time, let's remember who we are. Let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.